Hi, kiddos. Hi, my class. My name is Miss Beard, but today I am the American jazz singer Billie Holiday. This is a picture of Billie Holiday. As you can see, she was known for wearing flowers in her hair. She was considered to be a very stylish person in her time. And Billie Holiday lived in the 1940s, which was a long time ago, back when probably your grandparents were alive and listening to music. And back then, a type of music called jazz was very popular. Can you guys say jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz and blues music was just becoming popular. And Billie Holiday was known for singing sad songs. She sang quiet songs. She had a very quiet, beautiful voice when she sang. So she was known for singing her sad songs and making jazz and blues music become popular. One other thing about Billie Holiday was that she loved her dogs. Billie Holiday had kind of a sad life. Her dad left when she was very little, and her mom had to work far away from home. So she was on her own sometimes with her dogs that kept her company and made her feel better when she was feeling sad. So her most favorite dog was a dog named Mr. And today I'm going to read to you a little bit more about Billie Holiday and her dog Mr. So as we read the story, you'll see some of her fancy outfits. She loved to wear sparkly clothes, and she loved to wear pearl necklaces, and high heels, and she always liked to wear makeup, so she tried to be very fancy. Okay? Billie Holiday loved to sing. As a girl, she sang along to her favorite songs on a borrowed gramophone. She dreamed of being a star. And a star she became, the great Lady Day. But sometimes stars don't feel like shining. They need someone to listen to. That's what friends are for. Lady Day's dogs were her best friends of all. There were lots of dogs in Lady's life. The poodle she carried in her coat pocket, the brown and white beagle, the chihuahuas, Chiquita and Pepe, who she fed with a baby bottle. There was a Great Dane named Gypsy, and the wire-haired terrier, Bessie May Mucho, who wagged her tail like a metronome. Raja Ravoy, the sad mutt, she gave the grandest name of all. He would wander off, but he always found his way back home. And then there was her boxer, called Mr. Mr. and Lady Day were rarely apart. She knit him sweaters and cloaked him in a mink coat. She cooked for him and took him on midnight walks. You see his fancy coat, just like hers? She sang to him. Mr. was Lady's favorite. Someday she'd have a house in the country filled with dogs, and life would be good, and Mr. would be there because he always was. When Lady performed at the glamorous Harlem clubs, Mr. sat beside her before the show. Porters brought him plates of thick steak and bowls of water. See his big steaks he gets to eat for dinner? Later, he stayed with Lady in her dressing room. While she pinned her flowers in her hair, he kept the fans away at a distance. I'm being a guard dog here. When it was time for her to sing, Mr. would lead the nervous Lady to the stage and wait for her in the wings. Lady was famous for singing the blues, but Mr. didn't mind if she was sad in her songs. As long as he could hear her, he was happy. Just then, when her career was at the top, Lady got into trouble. She had to leave home for a year and a day, and Mr. couldn't come. Lady knew what it was like to be left, and it made her sad. She promised Mister she'd be home soon. But when she looked into his sad eyes, she wasn't sure if she'd ever see him again. While Lady was gone, she wrote letters and knit sweaters, but she didn't sing. Singing was about a feeling. She didn't feel a thing. When it was finally time for her to return, she wondered if Mister would be there. Would he remember her at all? Do you think her dog's going to remember her?
Yeah.
Then there he was, running down the platform. Mister leaped onto Lady, knocking her down. Someone screamed and everyone scattered. But soon a crowd gathered. It's Billie Holiday! And Lady's homecoming was bright as a paparazzi's flashbulb. So she's famous again. Lady couldn't go home just yet. On the front porch of her friend's farm, she rehearsed. It was time for her to sing again, whether she wanted to or not. In just 10 days, she'd have her biggest show ever at the New York City's Carnegie Hall. Lady was afraid. She'd heard the rumor that the great Billie Holiday was through. But was it true? Sometimes it's hard when you want to try again when you've had a hard time. On the night of the big show, the concert hall glowed at midnight. The house lights dimmed and a spotlight as full as the moon appeared. Slowly, Lady walked to the center stage. The hall was so quiet, you could even hear her heels click. Lady trembled. Where was Mister? Was he waiting in the wings? As the band notes began, Lady lifted her chin, and when she sang, everyone and their dog held their breath and listened. Okay, as you guys are getting ready to leave, I'm going to play you a little bit of one of Billie Holiday's songs as you go to the next spot, okay? This one's called All of Me, and she would sing very quiet, okay? All of me, why not take all of me?